Twitter is a social media space filled with intelligent and coherent back and forth discussions. I would Thanos. What did he mean by this? Sometimes quite the unsafe place without the various ad blocking tools.
Come click this link for more detail on pussy, I'm so horny.
But in terms of Yugioh, there has been a recent discussion within the community. Now, there are generally quite a few universally agreed upon takes. Scythe should be banned.
Yeah, that's pretty true.
Mystic Mine should be banned. Maxi is a fair and healthy card. Now, over on my stream, which you can catch at twitch.tv/Farfa, make sure you follow me there, I noticed that there is a significant portion of the player base who are not all unanimously in agreement with the fact that Call by the Grave should be banned. Like, I thought Call by needing a ban was a unanimous thing. Something just accepted by everyone, like the new top cut YCS mat being the best thing Konami has ever made. For legal reasons, that is not an official mat. Differences of opinions here are fine, and you completely retain the right to your opinion and what you believe, and your ability to be wrong. Some context here, Called By was released at the beginning of 2018, arguably the worst year of Yu-Gi-Oh! And one of the most powerful decks of all time in Goki was at its peak and thrived during the national season of 2018, and this is where Called By really came into its own. Call by the Grave is a quick play spell which negates a card in the grave until the end of the next turn by banishing it. Ash Blossom, Veiler, Ogre, all of these monsters which disrupt your combos and plays are completely nullified. And with cards like Magical Midbreaker, Goki was nigh unstoppable if they went first. Not only can Call by the Grave stop hand traps, it will even double up as disruption against any monster relevant in the graveyard, whether that be a graveyard effect or some sort of float. That includes things like Spinny, Ray, or more recently, branded in red targets. Call by the Grave is such a versatile card, it is almost never dead. But here's the main problem. A broken go first, auto win, million negate combo deck usually can play through one hand trap. Sometimes with a good enough hand, combo decks can play through two hand traps, just utilizing pure engine components. Now this was something Goki regularly did, and we've seen plenty of examples in recent years like Dragons, Adamancypators, but imagine also throwing Called by the Grave into the mix. Now, in order to stop a good combo deck's hand, you have to draw 3+ hand traps. Now, one of the biggest sources of frustrations for Yu-Gi-Oh! Players, especially among the casual player base, is how irritating combo wombo decks are. And now you want to justify Called by the Grave being legal in a potential opening hand as well. It's insanity. Now, what is the one argument people will use to defend Call by the Grave? Well, my rogue deck sucks and has one line of play, Summon Tour Guide. Without it, I can't play. So I need Call by the Grave in my crappy rogue deck in order to even function with such a basic board as Dante, target, Seer, target, Dante. I need Call by in my crappy linear Madolche deck because if they hit Magileine, I basically can't play. True, in 7% of the duels where you open the one-off random Called by the Grave with a combo starter in your hand and your opponent has a hand trap and you've won the dice roll, sure, Call by the Grave will assist your crappy rogue deck. Now, what happens when you lose the dice roll and play against the combo deck? Not gonna be fun when they called by your one hand trap and play through the other. Now you've just looped yourself for 2 cards. The hand trap meta and the problems that hand trap disruption effects cause in the game could be an entire video in and of itself, and that's not what we're here to discuss. The point is while that may be an issue, Call by the Grave is simply a band-aid fix to one of the more serious competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Problems, and that being the disruptive hand meta. A random Call by the Grave isn't gonna save your rogue deck. There are deeper problems as to why your rogue deck isn't doing well. Lack of legacy support, overpowered extenders in the extra deck with painted new reskins of archetypes utilizing these broken extra deck monsters, tutoring from the main deck into cards that don't even belong to their archetype. Again, Called By is not gonna help your rogue deck deal with that. I hope you enjoyed this short discussion on Called By. Leave a like and a comment and a subscription if you haven't already. Follow me on my various forms of social media, especially on Twitch, twitch.tv/Farfa. And until next time, adios.